Brett Favre steals money from poor children in his home state. Is what he does. I saw this TikToker like contacted Brett Favre's people about like, hey, we want to hire Brett for a speaking engagement, and they're like, oh, well, he's not entertaining anything that's under 150,000 for one of these speaking engagements, and they're like, oh, actually, before you sent that reply, I just read all about how he stole all that money from those children. I'm not sure if I want to be associated with a child thief or with a thief who steals.
Like, no, children. I'm giving it to even poorer kids.
Yeah, like he literally did, and you can see. I think there's text messages where he's conspiring and basically saying, I'm paraphrasing, but basically saying, "Hey, it's not going to come out that I'm stealing this money from kids, right? You're going to disguise where the $1 million come from, because it'd look real bad if my fucking Super Bowl winning Wrangler jean wearing multi-millionaire ass suddenly was stealing money from the poor children of my town." And I think he had some money like sent to make his daughter's high school like gymnasium super
college gymnasium.
Maybe like millions maybe for that. Like
it was millions. It's like a destination wedding location now. Her fucking volleyball court. It looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, are these the texts?
Someone read this. These aren't real glasses.
Hey, brother Deanna and still owe 1.1 million on V-ball. Any chance you and Nancy can help with that? They don't need it at the moment. You and Nancy stuck your neck out for me with Jake and Previcus, I know, and that's going to turn out very good, I believe. Good to hear from you. Let me see what we can do. We certainly want to see the V-ball project come together. I'll get back with you tomorrow. We value you, Brett, and are willing to always be supportive. Do not look at it as sticking our neck out as much as helping a friend and potentially many, many more who are in need if treatment. So,
wow, bad grammar all around.
Yeah, that was fucking crazy.
Well read, though. It's hard to read when the words are wrong.
Oh, dude.
It is. Where reading text messages you didn't send can be annoying. They have their little shorthand.
Put a tone to it, and all of a sudden it's like it's bad or good.
Yeah. Well, that's not good. Well, another thing Brett Favre did that was untoward was I think he sent a flaccid dick pic, didn't he? Wasn't he flaccid?
The word.
He was. I've seen his penis.
Yeah, I have as well. And I remember thinking, the lighting is off. Your dick's not hard. Like if on the checklist of dick pics, it's almost like you tried to do it as bad as possible. I
just look at it through the jeans. Maybe I'm softcore.
Oh, I was always noticing it in those. That was the only part of those Wrangler commercials I wanted. Yeah, it's like, damn, look at him.
He must have been a good quarterback before my time, even because when I remember watching him always throw the game away at the end, but because he was a gunslinger. I always just remember him just backing up, dropping back, looking left, looking right, and just throwing it as hard as he fucking could and losing the game.
Losing the game? What do you mean? Like
like throwing throwing an INT or just losing the game right there. Like I remember that happening multiple times with like multiple teams. I think he played Vikings and Green Bay maybe.
Green Bay he was solid. As a Chicago Bears fan, it was a difficult time for me. But
anybody can win one. Give them away.
I don't think I could do it.
I don't think anybody can win one.
I think they can. I think all that shit's fake. I think most professional sports are fake. Like especially when you get the championship level, I think they set it up. I think that at the very least they shave huge points one way or the other to make certain matchups, more profitable matchups happen. I've seen brothers. There's a you can watch YouTube videos full of NFL players who think their Super Bowls were rigged. Like famous, they're like, yeah, come on. Why wouldn't he play him? He benched him. They didn't play him in the second half. There's lots of instances. Jerry Rice thinks his Super Bowl is stolen. Yeah.
The Kelsey brothers, they're one guy's a center for the Eagles, the other guy's a tight end for Kansas City, and they're both at the top of their game, like all stars, all pros or whatever. They were doing a debate on whether a normal person, like one of us, could gain 1 yard in the NFL. Yeah, they came away with. I thought they would like gatekeep it a little bit, but they're like 1 yard. No, they could do it. It would have to be a play where not everyone on the field knew Woody's about to get the ball and try to get 1 yard, right? Like if it's punching in the end zone or something, then maybe not. But if they have to spread the defense out, they don't know where it's going, I could pick up a yard.
Yeah.
And then they said, but they might not like what happens at the end of the play. You know, the part where you get smashed, punished for gaining a yard. And I'm like, yeah.
Right?
I hate football.
That sounds about right. I'm not durable enough to be in the pro.
I think if they were like rigging all sorts of games, like the NFL would do it. Like Hex just said, you're a Bears fan. Like Chicago, enormous market. The Bears have a ton of fans. And I don't know anything about the NFL really, other than the Bears are a franchise that seemingly is always not good. They don't ever make it to the Super Bowl. Their fans are in constant torment. Like if they were rigging it, wouldn't they rig Chicago up to the top before like Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
So I'm not suggesting that they're rigging to put a certain team into the Super Bowl. I'm saying that there are specific crews who might get like a tap on the shoulder for specific games because an instance needs to go left instead of right. Is more what I'm thinking. And I've seen NBA players too, like 3 or 4 of them. I don't know NBA players, but apparently, like young new guys, like sitting around a round table and be like, yeah, we let them know, you better beat them by 15. You better beat them by 15 because, and nobody wants to say it. It's like they're talking about one of the races that we're not allowed to talk about, or one of the groups we're not allowed to talk about. So we just sort of wink and nod and call them Canadians or something. Like, no. But they were inferring, I inferred that they were suggesting referee interference and conspiracy to make the game close at the end.
NBA, so that's pretty much proven.
It's documented.
Yeah, they've gotten caught.
Yeah, there's an NBA ref who got caught. This isn't like 1920 like baseball. This is like 5 years ago. I'm a little shady on the history, but ref got caught. I think there were more refs doing it as well, and the NBA commissioner just sort of shut down the investigation, made it all about one scapegoat, and moved on. And I'm pretty sure I'm right.
How much would you need to get paid to be the scapegoat?
How much would I say it again?
Yeah, how much would you, as a ref, would you need to get paid to take the blame for that? Take the fall.
It would have to be enough that, like, if you got caught, it was like the cumulative of all your future earnings. Because if you get
times 3,
yeah. So if it's like, all right, if I'm a ref for the next 18 years until retirement age, I would make, I don't know, $4.1 million. So it's got to be 5.
No, it's worse than that. You're getting blacklisted after this. Are you a guy who if you're a ref, you bleed football. You love it. It's been your life, clearly. If you're a fucking pro ref, you're about to get blacklisted from the thing you love. This is going to be like that this is like asking that, remember the guy who cheated at bass fishing? He's putting lead in the fish.
Yeah.
His whole life imploded. His wife is going to leave him. His friends fucking hate his guts now. All right.
Where all those fish laws?
So you can't, we're not talking about like the next 3 years of income. You better give me like 7 point. And we're also not talking about like high school basketball. We're talking about the NBA. You better give me $7.5 million to keep my mouth shut before I break this NDA. Like,
I'll rig a high school match.
I'll go write a book right now.
Shits and giggles.
Now tripping 5 points to the other team.
But if you want me to take the rap for that and be like, yeah, I have a gambling problem. It was me and me alone. I only did it to games where it wouldn't affect the outcome, but it would allow me to profit. That was my main criteria. Tell the lie they tell. You'd need to pay me millions of dollars to keep that secret and not write a fucking tell-all book. And because I'm probably going to jail.
Well,
people are going to come after you, right? People that lost.
People who lost money might hold you personally fucking responsible. And like there are people out there.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not talking about like Jim Bob who like maybe there's a fucking criminal who lost some money because of you, who's the kind of guy who already hurts people on a regular basis. And now he feels like you owe him money. That'd be a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, that I would definitely, if I were a professional ref and I got the opportunity and I was like sick of my job, I'd do it.
I think games?
I think I think I'd dabble in a little game fix. It would depend, because if it's basketball, easy as shit. Just a bunch of trumped up charges. All you have to do is like call fouls on one really good guy.
Just call walking when it actually happens.
I was going to say,
walking.
I don't know about football because I'm not an expert in any sport really, but I feel like in basketball, almost every play has something that could be called a travel, something that could be called a foul, a contact, etc. And it's just so much judgment involved. in whether this is the kind of bullshit people get away with or the kind they don't. Kyle, you're a baseball guy. You know there's a bunch. Like, you don't tag a guy at second. You just sort of hold in a way that shows you could have safely. If, like, there's a runner headed to first, a runner headed to second. I don't think you have to touch the guy going to second with the ball. Everyone calls him out if you can, like, squeeze it.
Oh, if it's a force. Well, if it's forced, you don't have to tag him. So if
I want to say there's some sort of rule of thumb in baseball where the guy's headed to second, and maybe it's not forced, where you can just like touch the ground and back off safely and not actually like show that you could have touched the player, but you can make a safer play and they call him out anyway.
Well,
Am I wrong?
It'll need to be a force. There are some instances where people slide in aggressively and take out the second baseman to prevent him from pulling the double play, getting the ball over to first. And that is usually what starts the big fight at second. Yeah. That or the second baseman applying an aggressive tag to.
But that's not a penalty to slide into
a base or something.
Like, you can slide into a guy.
They've changed the rule about how far outside the lines and a lot. They've changed a lot of things. I know the catcher. You used to just barrel that motherfucker over and give him fucking brain damage, because if you can knock him unconscious, he'll drop the ball.
Yeah, extra point.
Yeah. So you're trying to knock him the fuck out when you get down there. It's the game. KO this guy and we win. Here I come. So now he can't block the plate anymore. He can't stand there and play chicken with you. They've changed a lot of the rules. I don't know all of the changes.
I appreciate the timer on the pitcher now. It makes it a lot quicker.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah. It made it watchable again for me, right? Because also in Texas, like, it's really hard to go. Well, the new stadium works, but before it was like in the outdoors, and it's like Texas heat.
Dude, I'm just glad the Stros fucking lost. I have this. I'm a hypocrite first and foremost. It should be my fucking job title. But man, I hate fucking cheating in sports. I hate the Astros cheating. I hate what they did. Like, there's some cheating I don't mind. They're like, oh, Tom Brady deflated his footballs. I don't fucking care. He's still throwing that piece of shit. Like, don't tell me that he took a little air out and now he's the best in the world. If that's all it took, then everybody'd be doing it. I bet everybody's balls are light. I don't want to hear about Lance Armstrong because the like 30 people behind him were all roided out too.
That's true. It's unfair he got those taken.
But when you tell me the Stros are fucking banging trash cans when some guy hits them with the Morse code after using a telescope to read a fucking sign or something, it's like, that's a little frustrating. You got an organized conspiracy. And it's so open that it's clear that it's like your whole team is like rah, 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 cheat.
I don't think the Astros ever admitted to it, though. So
they have. Get out of here! You're joking, right?
It's kind of like no. Woody's right. It's kind of like a he said, she said kind of thing.
Yeah, there's no telling they really
didn't he go on to do it again? The same trainer
with the Astros again?
Yeah, I think so.
Damn. I mean, double up. You're already in.
The latest thing I've heard is Michigan's in trouble.
I heard that too.
For sign stealing, which I love. I was born in Athens, Georgia, Hex, so I am a University of Georgia fan. We've been number one for a while now. And so number two, Michigan is of concern. And to hear that they're getting some recompense for their cheating ways just tickles me pink. So
is there evidence of it, or is it like
some sort of sign stealing conspiracy that somebody's ratted everybody out and it's a big to do, and they're going to get the NCAA will come down on them, and I don't know what they'll do. NCAA has a lot of power and scope, so that they'll do things to a university that you wouldn't think that a governing body that handles sports could do to them. Take lots of money away, take scholarships away, that sort of thing. So, and take wins away retroactively, like rewrite the history book.
What?
That sort of thing.
You can do that?
Yeah.
So the winner goes the spoils.
Yeah, that's actually kind of fun. That's high stakes cheating.
They'll take your they'll take your I can't remember who told the joke. It might be Chappelle. He was at like the ESPY Awards, and dude just had won the Heisman, and he's like, man, that's the Heisman. Nobody can take that away from you unless you decapitate a waiter and a white woman. Then they'll snatch it away.
They took his Heisman.
The crowd went, "Woo!" It was a pro OJ crowd.
Yeah, nothing he does in the future takes away from him being the best. Is that the best rookie?
Running back.
Best running back.
God
damn, I don't know anything.
The Heisman?
For a lot of yards. OJ Simpson.
No.
The
it's
Heisman
just the
aside,
best
his
player,
NFL career.
I think.
Yeah, but the Heisman aside, like his NFL career, like that's what he's known for. Oh, the Heisman is like outstanding player, at
Mhm.
least as far as my knowledge.
Taylor asked the question, "What is the Heisman for?" And you said best running back. And I was like,
geez.
Okay, I thought it was the best player.
Sorry,
There we go.
the fog gets to me.
You're starting to get lightheaded.